How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the AFC Wimbledon Road to Glory Career Mode. And this is going to be episode number 78 of this series. And yes, once again, we will be doing a post-commentary in this series. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a nightmare again with my computer. I had to reset everything, and unfortunately, in doing so, I lost everything that I'd edited up to this point. So although I kept the footage, I had to re-edit everything. I lost the audio, and that meant that I'm doing a post-commentary now. So that is a bit annoying, and it's a bit of time wasted, to be honest. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed this episode anyway. And if you do enjoy this episode, of course, make sure you leave a like on the video. But we are going into this episode, and the first thing that we are doing is requesting funds from the board, because we need to get some money into the club. We need to try and get some pre-contract signings, and this is the most effective and best way to do that, to be honest. We request 5 million, hopefully we get a good reply back, and we do end up getting 3 million, which I was a bit surprised about. I thought they weren't going to give me that much, but I'm very happy with taking 3 million. And that is very good, because it's going to help us go for some more pre-contract signings, which we always love to do in these January transfer windows. And we also have an offer here for Tom Lockyer as well. In the last episode, I was trying to haggle West Ham a little bit, trying to get a bit more money out of him. But in the end, I just felt like it was just worth accepting his valuation, which is what they were offering. And we do go ahead and say goodbye to Tom Lockyer. It's a little bit sad that we're letting him leave the club, but to be honest, it was time for him to go, because he's not going to be getting into the first team. And with the player that I'm about to sign, he certainly wouldn't be getting anywhere near the first team. So it's the right move for him. And we are going to be making an offer for basically the player that was suggested so much in the last episode. Trying to get Toby Alderweireld. Obviously, he wanted to leave the club in the last episode. And we're going to try and get him on a pre-contract deal right here. He is pretty expensive on the wages, I'm not going to lie. But looking at his quality, he's 83 overall. And yeah, he is 30 years old, but he is still a very, very good quality centre-back. And imagine him and Vestergaard at the back. That would just be perfect. I also made an offer for another right-back as well. And we also have Carol Linetti here, who I wasn't really too sure if I should be going back in for him or not, because I'm looking at our squad and we have enough CDMs as it is, so I did go ahead and stall that one. But this deal right here that we're looking at right now, Jack Wolford, and some money has been offered for him from Lorient. And this was quite an interesting deal, because I was open to potentially selling him if we get the right amount of money for him. They offered 9.5 million. I counter offered 16.5, and if we can sell him for that amount, that would be a very, very good bit of business right there. But we are going into the first game of the episode, and this one is going to be against Swansea City, and we are going to be using a pretty strong lineup for this game. And the only real changes that we are making for this game is giving Miranda and also Armstrong a go in this game as well up front, because Solanke was a little bit tired. But going into this game, we have the best away record. We're top of the league by a mile. We are really storming the league this season, and that leads me to believe that maybe there's not really much point in playing a lot of these games. If we get enough of a point gap between first and second, is there really any point in playing the rest of the games for the season? You let me know in the comments down below. But we do start things off here really well by getting a penalty. And I have no idea, looking back on this, how on earth this was a penalty. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure all I did there was had a shot with Callum Patterson. He fell over, he lost balance, and somehow that's a penalty. There was no form of fouling in there whatsoever. I don't even know what happened, but we do end up scoring the resulting penalty. Orsic tucking it away very nicely, getting his 7th goal in the Premier League so far this season. And he's certainly been a player that I've been impressed by. He's been a really influential player, and I have to say, Swansea in this game, they really weren't in it from the start. And we do get a free kick here with Gabriel Miranda, and we do try and cross it in, which is something that we don't normally do. And we do end up scoring from it, and it's a City that ends up scoring the goal. And wow, I just don't even know what happened there. Again, another really strange goal, and it was all because of the keeper. I don't even know why he was coming out there. It was just ridiculous. But again, we have another good opportunity here. This time, we do go down in the box, and that is certainly a penalty. The first one probably wasn't a penalty, but this one definitely is. A really, really bad, cynical challenge there by the Swansea defender, taking down Villalba in the box, and we are going to give this one to Orsic once again. Can he get his second penalty in this game? Yes, he does. Right into the top left corner once again. and it's a very, very well taken goal by Orsic. And after that, it certainly was clear that Swansea weren't getting back into the game. We do get a corner here though, and another good opportunity to maybe make it 4-0. And it was another really good shot there, this time by our centre-back Horgan, having a shot testing the goalkeeper but not scoring unfortunately. But then we would get a really good opportunity here. Villalba creating some space for Aaron Platt, having a shot from outside the box. And Aaron Platt, not for the first time this season, bangs in an absolutely perfect long shot. Really, really good long shot from Aaron Platt, honestly. He is so good with his left foot. Getting from outside the box, just having a shot with his left foot is just really, really good. I really enjoy playing with him. He's such a commanding CDM. And he can score really good goals like that as well, which just adds something extra to his game. But we do end up winning this game 4-0. A typical legendary game, really, where you're just not really playing that well, but you still manage to get the luck on your side. And once you've scored that first goal, you're bound to score so many more. It's just how it works on legendary. It can get a bit stale, I have to admit, because if you're really doing well at FIFA and you're scoring your chances, you're going to be winning pretty much most of your games against legendary, even though they're meant to be a really difficult AI. It's just not the case whatsoever. But we do have some more transfer offers after that game. Once again, lots of offers for Joses, but we're not going to be selling him. But a more interesting offer really for Horgan, and it is from Bordeaux, and we will see a bit more of that one later on. But we do go ahead and see that Toby Alderweireld has accepted his pre-contract, and we will be bringing him into the club. He is going to be a very good centre-back for next season, a really good signing, and he's just brilliant. I mean, we're getting him for free. He's worth 12 million. He's a really, really stellar signing. Tom Lockyer's gone the other way. As you can see, he's gone to West Ham. And in exchange, we've got a really, really good centre-back in Toby Alderweireld. I think that is some very, very good business right there. But going back to some more transfer offers for our players, we do have another offer coming in, a counter offer this time for Jack Woolford. Lorient going 5 million higher than last time this time. They're offering 14 million, and once again, I'm going to counter offer 17 million. And unfortunately, that right back that we were going in for, who has 4-star skills, I would have loved to have signed him, Andy Nahar. He has gone to Feyenoord instead of us, which is a bit of a shame, but we're just going to have to look for other targets instead. And again, another really interesting transfer offer from another French club, and it's Bordeaux offering a really, really big sum of money for Horgan. I don't know if I'd want to sell him though, because he's a really, really good centre-back. And he would be starting this game with his old partner in crime, Vestergaard, at the back. It's been a while since we've seen him in the team. He's just come back from his injury. And we will be starting him in this game against Newcastle, who are currently mid-table. And they've actually made 2 signings. I mean, well done. I mean, in 5 seasons, Newcastle United have made 2 signings. 2 first-team signings. No one on the bench, just 2 players. That's it. Bastos, and I think the other one was Mexer, their centre-back. It's just ridiculous. I could go on forever about the AI signings in career mode, but I'm not going to. And that's because we have more important matters in our hands in this game. Wijnaldum hitting the bar there. And then Mitrovic, I don't even know what he's doing there with that header. That's just a really poor effort. But I knew it was going to be one of those games against Legendary that I just had to take it to my own. I had to really try and force a goal, because it just wasn't coming whatsoever. Even Solanke, having a shot there, could not score the goal. And Cole Darlow was playing very well. But overall, it was a very stale game. It was one of those games where, again, it's just a lot of possession for the Legendary AI. They don't really do much with it because we got such a good defense. And then when we go on the attack, we can't do anything either. But oh my goodness, look at this counter offer. 17 million is accepted for Jack Woolford. Where on earth did Lorient get 17 million from? That's what I want to know. But they've accepted it regardless, and that's going to be a little bit sad, to be honest, because he is actually Cole's regen, and it will be sad to see him go. But for 17 million, I just can't turn that kind of money down. I mean, he's worth about 7 million, I think. 17 million, that is just really good business. Again, we seem to be pulling off some really good deals in this window. And now we do see that we have a transfer offer as well, and it is going to be for Mislav Orsic from Inter. They've offered 22 million, which is over his valuation, but I'm not willing to sell this guy. I think I counter offered in the end 40 million. It might be about 40 million. Yes, it is. I'm not willing to sell this guy. He's such a quality first team player. He's really got better since we signed him, to be honest. At first, he wasn't really that good, but now he's just really come into his own. And we have possibly one of the best replacements and what a chance for such a bargain deal here. Will Davis. This guy, I only know him because of my international management with England. He's in the first team squad. He's only 22. He's already 83 overall. And I know he's a right back, but he can play as a left back as well. And that's probably where I'd play him. We could potentially get him for between 5.3 million and 11.6. That is just ludicrous. That is unbelievable. And you would have been able to see his stats there as well. He looks absolutely incredible. Really good physically, really good technically. He'd be the perfect replacement for Ashley Cole's regen. And once again, I do go ahead and reject this offer this time for Eric Horgan. They're not willing to go higher than 18.5 million, so we're just going to forget about that one. But this will be the end of this episode of this career mode, and hopefully you have enjoyed. And if you have enjoyed this episode, despite it being post-commentary, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, make sure to let me know what pre-contract players you want me to sign as well. Let me know in the comments down below which ones you think I should sign. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. And I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.